I was so caught off guard.
We're starting with that?
We have a never before seen clip.
Oh gosh.
No, you love this, come on.
Let's talk about it.
That's a crock of crap.
Welcome to the official Beast Games 2 reunion.
Jack, what did I do? You screwed Sue over.
It's scary.
Have you spoke with Sue since?
I'm still waiting on a response.
You would like a chance to apologize to her?
Sue, come on in.
Oh my God! So you gotta give him a hug? Oh!
You don't have the balls. Watching that live with the rest of the world was devastating.
I think in no way is that cheating. I would do it 100 times over.
I don't want to cry.
We're gonna talk about all the beef, all the drama.
I don't think 2 weeks is a ridiculous time to make it official.
It is a ridiculous time to get married.
I pronounce he husband and wife.
The internet thinks it's fake.
We can clear this up right here.
If you divorce her, do you get half her 500 grand?
I mean,
Yo, why are you all choked up?
And Jack, you ordained that wedding?
I sure did.
A real honorable ordained minister.
And show you some things that you didn't see in the show. Most satisfying shot of the entire show.
The moment August got eliminated.
I couldn't trust him.
Maybe I should have shut up about it.
If I could turn back the time, what would you take?
I would have taken 500,000. My boys don't got my back like that.
That makes me feel worse.
I want to play this clip of Monica.
you want to eliminate all the girls one by one.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Where did you get those shots? I'm here with John Yushai. Let's get into the reunion.
Welcome to the official reunion of Beast Games Season 2.
I'm excited.
I thought we'd address the elephant in the room. Obviously, Corey is not here with us. He had a work commitment that he couldn't get out of, but Corey, we miss you here. We wish you were here, but we got a lot to dive into. So, Jimmy, I wanted to ask, how much money did you give away on this season of Beast Games?
Season 2, we gave away $12.6 million, most of which went to people right here.
Yeah, but not evenly.
Not evenly.
Not evenly. Can we show the earnings of the folks here?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Okay, all right, the mood changed a
Wow,
little bit.
John just kicking it off like this.
I wanted to spice things up a little bit because I talked to a bunch of you guys before this. I asked you guys who from the finalists did not deserve the money that they took home.
Oh my God, we're getting to this already? We're starting with that?
The two people who got the most votes were Brett and Nick.
Oh, that's how the gang over here feels?
I'm wondering if you guys could elaborate on that.
Come on, guys, what'd you say?
I'm just saying, like, the way that it was won was a little, just the dishonesty was
Oh.
the only reason.
Can you elaborate on that?
I mean, the only two people to not take their fair split in the money split was Nick and Brett.
Why don't we play a clip when things started to unravel?
Wait, I love this.
We are all gonna get $100,000, and everybody's gonna be so happy, so happy.
If we all do that, we're all in a good spot, but this is a real test of someone's character right here, so we will see.
It's hard because I want everyone to have a piece of the pie.
Do the pieces, though, have to be even?
I'm gonna take $250,000.
Whoa.
At some point, you gotta be a little bit greedy for yourself.
Wow.
How are you feeling because you told me right before that you're like, they're all gonna take their fair share.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I should, after season 1, expect something like that to happen now, but yeah, but that moment, I was like pretty shocked. What do you think though, because why not take the whole thing at that point instead of just 250K?
Well, I felt in that time, I'm like, okay, if I take 250K and leave $750,000, I thought that it would be respected amongst my friends that I didn't take a lot more. Clearly, my boys don't got my back like that, but hey, that's, I mean, I've never met people walking up to $750,000 that are very ungrateful, acting like it was $50, but August saw the money and was like taken back. And I know August is gonna think that like, okay, like I cooked my chances, but I feel like my chances dropped because of the reaction of my friends. I mean, hey, these are the same people that were prancing around dapping up JT, saying more money for JC, but I do something, and everyone here knows my story. I have lesser than, and that's not a pity party. I did something for myself and still left a good chunk of change for people that are very fortunate in their regular lives.
With what you know now, how much would you take?
If I could go and back in front of the money, I would have taken $500,000. No, I'm dead serious. I would have taken.
I think that's smart. Like,
I would have taken 500K, and if you got to the box and 100K was still in there, your guaranteed amount. If you didn't take it, that's on you, and that's not on me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't expect to be praised, but I didn't expect to get the hate that I got.
I want to hear what August has to say.
Yeah, like, if it were me, it's like you should take half, or something like that, so your friends can still get a little bit of money, but then at least like you have a significant chunk that you're kind of like self-eliminating for. And so it was obviously, let me finish. So obviously, no.
If
but
I
was
knew phones was next, I would have taken the million and said, guys, I have a
100%,
plan.
yeah.
And I would have,
Exactly,
I
yeah.
would have distributed it for the votes to get through.
If Nick took the mill and then in the phone game split it evenly, 100K, I'm not voting for that guy. I'm
I
gonna take the
would.
100K.
I would have done the same thing. I would have taken 750.
I think the thing about the money split, like Nick was kind of the ringleader of that discussion. Like, guys, like I'm gonna be so happy to just go home with 100K. Like, and we're like, yeah, like this is a great plan. And I think, you know, we just felt blindsided by that.
Yeah.
I want to talk about another pivotal moment during the Cubes game, where it seemed like a lot of things started to unravel. Jack.
That's a
What
big
did I
one.
do?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Oh, we're starting with Jack.
Let's talk about it.
The laser pointer just shifted from those two over to there.
Bring in Sue.
I want to talk about the moment where you rigged the card game to eliminate
Wow,
Sue.
using the R word.
And I want to play the clip first.
Jack, Tyler, and Sue decided to draw cards to determine which of the three of them would be going home. And that's when Jack did something unexpected.
Low card goes home. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, it's me.
Oh, Sue, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
I shouldn't have said sweetheart.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a clip.
Wow.
That's a clip.
Laughing.
It's so weird to watch back.
Have you spoke with Sue since?
I did send Sue 2 messages. I'm still waiting on a response. I think she's seen them. She just has chosen not to respond.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, in her situation, I probably would have done something similar. But yeah, still have not had that reconciliation yet.
And when she didn't know that happened until it aired.
She did not.
We didn't tell her.
No.
I actually spoke with Sue after she got eliminated as part of our behind the scenes, and I'm wondering if we could play this clip from my conversation with Sue.
I don't know if I want to watch this.
Oh, God.
I'm just curious if you had this context.
They're the nicest guys in the world, and this is a game, and we played a fair game, and I'm going home with no money. So it really sucks. I was hoping at least something to help me in my retirement. You know, I'm 60, so I was really hoping to have something.
How do you think about your retirement now?
It's scary. You know, like I've always worked 2 jobs. You know, I work hard. I'm a hard worker, but I've never had the money to really, like, be financially secure. So I'm gonna just keep working, I guess. It sort of sucks. I want to be able to help my daughter and my mom, and I'm not gonna be able to.
Yeah, it doesn't look great now after watching that.
I remember I asked you after you made that decision, like, do you worry about being perceived as a villain? What do you think? Like,
now, no. I think after that moment when we had that conversation, I did reflect on it a little bit, and I realized like the perception was obviously going to be pretty negative, but looking back, I would have done the exact same thing, even after watching that. I had never met Sue before the show. My life is not going to change with or without Sue in my life. So I was like, I'm willing to sacrifice that relationship to sit here right now. If I had to trade this seat to be friends with Sue, I'm sitting here right now.
damn, I didn't realize you tried to reach out to her. She left your DMs unread?
Yeah, which is, honestly, I was hoping to be able to have an open conversation with her. If I was in her position, I'd be pissed at me.
But you said you would like a chance to apologize to her?
I'd just have a conversation with her, not necessarily apologize for it, because I have no regrets on that. I would do it 100 times over.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like you could facilitate that conversation.
Yeah. It's kind of a shame that that chair is left empty. Sue, come on in.
No way.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh, is she gonna give him a hug? Oh!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
God. Congratulations.
Yes, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, how are you? I'm so happy.
It's the sweetheart. Oh, this day just got way worse.
All right, everyone, let's have a seat.
No.
Wait, this is crazy. This is
Here we go.
crazy.
Yeah. What a pleasant surprise.
Wow.
How are you?
I'm doing really good. You got us.
Yo, that's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I heard that you might have not replied to a certain someone's DMs. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, well, when somebody, I'm all for gameplay.
Of course.
And I'm from Survivor. It's cutthroat game. I understand gameplay. I actually respect gameplay.
Yep.
But it's after the game that to me matters. And it's on a human level that when you do something against someone and you actually destroy their dreams,
Oof.
and you don't have the balls to let them know ahead of time,
I signed a contract that said I wouldn't say anything.
and you don't have the balls
Signed a
to
contract.
let them know
Yeah.
that you sort of burned them in a different way than what you expected,
Yeah.
it's very hard to like talk to them.
And I understand, but once again, we all signed a contract. I signed an NDA that says I'm not going to say anything. And I talked to people in my life, and they told me, do not say anything to her, have that conversation after. And literally at 4 a.m. on Wednesday, when the episode dropped, you saw I sent the message.
So what people did you talk to, seeing that you signed an NDA?
I talked to people that were in the game.
Oh, and what did they all tell you?
Don't say anything.
That's such a lie.
That's not true. That's not true. Were you there for that conversation?
I've spoken to people who've told me
Well,
otherwise.
I had the conversation with them.
I've spoken to other people who told me otherwise.
Can you please name them.
Yeah, I feel like
Thank you.
We,
Thank you.
We
for,
said
thank you. I appreciate you guys.
I remember you saying I think you should say something ahead of time just so she's not blindsided. That's my memory of it.
That was one of the hardest things that I had to endure. I understood that, I was knocked out of the game. And the one thing that I did say, and you were there, is that, I want to have a message sent out to all of the people, especially the young children, like my grandson's age, that we're all going to play games in life, okay? We can't win every game. But what matters is that you show up, you go all in, and you play with integrity. And that's what makes you a winner. That's how, that's how I feel. I played the game with integrity. I was willing to walk out and handcuff myself because I believed I lost a fair game. The game is over, and I'm a human being, and watching that live with the rest of the world was devastating.
Well, can you tell us about that? Where were you when you watched it? What was it? Like, were you at your house?
I don't want to cry because, so I was at my house, and every morning I get up early, and I knew I was going to be eliminated. I'm totally, accepting of that. Knew I was being eliminated, like all of us, have been eliminated. When I watched that, I fell to the floor when I realized what Jack had done, and on top of being devastated, my first instinct was to call my daughter and my grandson because they wake up early before school to watch the show. And I needed to warn them that Jack did what he did, and that's how I got eliminated. It wasn't the fair game that I thought, in my opinion, that I thought it was. And that was really hard. And I couldn't call a million people, but to have my sister call me crying, hysterical, devastated, it's hard. It's sad, because if I had known, I could have at least warned my loved ones of what happened, and I didn't get that opportunity. And I feel on a human level, and all of us who do play these games, we do sign an NDA. I will never hide behind an NDA contract when we are all players together in the same game. I don't think you would have broken an NDA law if you had told me, because I'm a player too. It's not like I'm someone that Joe Schmo on the street. I was playing with you in this game, so I don't accept the fact that you're hiding behind an NDA.
But at the same time, you can talk to every one of these contestants that knew about it prior, because I talked about it to them in this game. It was not an easy thing for me not to say anything. It weighed on me absolutely heavy. I'm sure. And I told him to play.
So when I saw you 4 days prior at the party that
I saw you 4 days prior, and I did.
You couldn't even look at me, and I couldn't figure out why you couldn't even look at me.
I went to you. We had a great conversation. We talked. We took photos. We had a good time. We were at a New York City watch party together for episode 4. But what's it called?
It's a good thing it wasn't a watch party for episode 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been invited.
Probably justified. If I had not done that and we played as normal, and I flipped the card, and if I had flipped the low card, I would have gone out of there.
Well, yeah.
Like I would have sat at home going, man, I wish I
cheated.
I'm not going to use the word cheat. Okay. I don't think it's cheating, in my opinion. Okay. We can have different opinions. I think in no way is that cheating. The rule of the game is not to play a fair game, the rule of the game is to convince someone to handcuff themselves, and I was able to convince you to handcuff themselves. I don't think.
Kudos to you.
Yeah, I don't think the cube game should be seen as a game where you get to pick whatever you want and then you play on those results. The game, it's a social manipulation game. So I was fine with creating a false game in order to advance further.
So I have one other question. When you did this, you said that you did this to move you and your partner forward.
And I tried to tell Tyler.
So what did you give Tyler a special card, or how did you do this to move him and you forward and make sure that Sue was out?
When you were looking a different way or whatever, I was trying to signal to Tyler that the cards were loaded to the front.
So Tyler did know.
Tyler, when I tried to tell him, he didn't pick up what I was putting down. I tried to let him know he did not.
Here, let's let Tyler answer. Tyler's also here.
Yeah, I'd like to hear from Tyler.
Did you know?
No, like he tried to signal, but I suck at reading lips, so I had no clue what he was trying to say.
And I believe you. I believe you.
And
well, to be fair, you flipped over an 8, right?
Yeah. So when you
it's
see
not even
me,
like you flipped over an ace or a
like
king.
if I would have known, I would have picked from the left side because he said he stacked the 2 highest card there, but I picked from the right side.
Yeah.
So when I flipped my card over, I saw Sue's card upside down, and I saw the bottom right number say 9.
Wow.
And
so
I
thought
saw
I
his
was
face.
eliminated.
It was legit.
That's
I
when
saw
you see
his
me say,
face,
like,
and
oh
I
my
think,
God.
yeah.
Wow.
Because I thought I was eliminated, but I took a couple seconds, and I was like, oh wait, it's a 6, and I was like, oh my God, that was so close.
That was almost a $5.1 million decision for you.
Yeah, like I was pretty stressed, but then I realized it was a 6, so.
Wow.
And as you saw, Tyler and I had a relationship since the start of the show. I would consider one of my closest guys. And I knew you were a social threat to win this game. Because think about it, every single person here loves you. They still love you to this day. You absolutely have the capability to make it further in this game based on your social connections. I watched it on Survivor 47, I watched it with my own 2 eyes.
And you saw what happened with all the people that betrayed me on 47, right?
Yeah. I would say, you go out for revenge. So it was one of those, like, if I had burned you publicly later in the game, you were going to do whatever it takes to take me out. You are a strong, like, fearless woman. So it was one of those, if I had an opportunity to take you out, it benefits my game.
No, you're a good gamer, and I give you credit for that.
I do want to point out, because I didn't even know this till just now, that you technically then rigged the game where you moved through, but not Tyler, since he didn't pick up on it. Either one of them could have gone home.
Yeah, I rigged the game with the intention of getting Tyler through, but I wasn't able to execute it perfectly.
Clearly not.
So moving forward, you know, like into the next episode, did you feel, like, how can you be proud of yourself when you know you rigged the game to win?
I'm proud of myself because I told myself on day 1 of the show, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. I'm going to play.
And it was within the rules.
Yeah, like everyone walks in this game saying, I'm going to be cutthroat. I'm going to do whatever it takes. But then you get here, you meet these people, you create incredible bonds, and that's what makes the show so interesting, is those bonds and, you know, trying to work with them. And I told myself, like, I was willing to sacrifice some of those relationships to go further in this game.
I have one question. If you guys could do what Jack did and get away with it, raise your hand if you would rig the game of the cubes. If you could do it and get away with it. I mean, you two kind of did.
Well,
really? So
some of us didn't have to.
Yeah.
You're not cheating. You wouldn't rig the game if you could?
Not on JC.
We let you shuffle our cards.
Yeah, no, I know you didn't, but you...
We had the choice to rig it.
Maybe I don't want to say because I get called back for another season, and then
I think I shot myself in the foot.
It's like, does the game ever really stop now? You know, like.
I mean, JC came back.
He did come
and ended up in the cube again.
Yeah,
and
you know, and brought all that social credit with him. So maybe some of the things.
But I would like to say that the winner was the most ethical and honest player in the game.
Wow.
In my opinion.
That's a statement.
Wow.
That is a statement. Do you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
I think I could. The most?
The most ethical and moral?
I think him and Corey were, yes.
Yeah, I think him and Corey.
So good guys can finish
I'm
first.
August thing.
Honestly, you don't need to cheat to win.
Do you think he was the most honest and ethical, in the words of Sue?
I mean, it's hard. I mean, if you're gonna have like a ranking system, I think, like you said, I think Corey was very honest and ethical. I think you were. I think Corey couldn't hurt a fly, I will say.
Yeah, I'd give the edge to Corey.
I gotta stand behind Hannah forever.
Behind Hannah.
Yeah, she turned down $1 million.
I'll also say for Corey, like, he almost lost the game for himself to not go back on his word for me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is wild.
Do you think there's a reason why the two you guys would consider the most honest and ethical ended up being the top 2? Do you think there's a correlation to it, or it's just a coincidence?
Well, it was a lot of voting, and
Yeah.
like Tyler got through without having to spend any money because we all love him.
Because he didn't burn anybody.
I wouldn't say he didn't burn anybody.
Well, there's different types of burning.
Wait, who did he burn?
Who did he burn?
there's a moment that I want to talk about in the finale, but because I believe in fresh beginnings, forgiveness, Sue, is there anything that Jack could do to gain your forgiveness or gain a new chapter in your book?
I mean, I've so moved beyond Jack. Like, there's
That's fine, yeah.
nothing. I mean, I don't hate him. He's not the type of person that I would want to surround myself with. It's not the type of person I would hang with.
Like, I'm willing to take that on the chin, and if I give a second, I would like say something. Like, I'm gonna step up, and I'm not gonna apologize for the move, but I'm going to apologize for not telling you beforehand. Because listen, once again, you can say I was hiding behind the NDA. That was not my intention to say it like that. You do not have to forgive me. I'm not asking for your forgiveness, but I'm glad we can have this conversation. Like, I am sorry for not making you endure that in front of your family and friends. If I was in your situation, like, looking back, I do feel terrible because that I don't want people to experience that. I don't want people to experience like my actions hurting them and like your friends and family. So if I could do it all over again, I would tell you beforehand. I would still do the cube thing, but I did not want to hurt you with my actions outside of the game. So for that, I know you don't have to forgive me, but I just wanted to take the opportunity to say, like, I am sorry, and you, like, I have learned a lesson in this from this.
Good.
Yes.
Perfect. Seems like a good place to move on.
Bring us both back on season 3. Please bring us back on season 3.
Are we gonna be allies, or are we gonna work together? Are you gonna come close?
Yeah, I'm gonna be your best friend. I forgive you. I forgive you.
She's gonna have a third deck on top of the second deck.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let's move on. I think there's a lot. I appreciate you guys being so open and transparent, having the conversation. I want to take you guys behind the scenes of our Beast Games reunion shoot because we set up this entire space from scratch. We flew all the way to Greenville, we got the lights, the setup, and everything, and it would not have been possible without the help of today's sponsor, Linktree. Over 70 million people use Linktree, including MrBeast, because Linktree is more than just a link in bio tool. In fact, we use it for so much, from featuring my BTS videos with Jimmy in this carousel to my free YouTube growth hack pack, where you can get my best tools, tips, and templates to grow on YouTube just by going on my Linktree. And what I love about Linktree is that they're always adding new features, including a new one that lets you put in a YouTube playlist that auto-updates with the newest videos as you upload them on YouTube, so you don't have to do a thing. Plus, viewers can watch your videos right within your Linktree. That, on top of the fact that you can customize your Linktree to your brand within minutes, track analytics to see what's getting clicks. I mean, it's such a no-brainer to try out Linktree, especially because now they're giving a special deal just for our viewers and because you're watching this. So check out this link below or go to this QR code, and thank you again to Linktree for sponsoring this video. I actually want to talk about the $10 million coin for a bit. Let's play the clip when you reintroduced it. And Jimmy, I'm curious why you brought it in earlier this season in episode 4 instead of the finale from last season.
Inside this case, you might remember this from season 1, is a coin. A $10 million coin, to be precise.
Oh, JC!
And so, JC, if you make it to the top 6, I will let you flip this coin to double the prize pool to $10 million.
Wow.
Oh.
What's going on in your mind?
Oh, yeah.
Leverage.
Love that.
Oh, crazy.
that.
Dude, Jeff is so mad.
Tell me about the $10 million coin. Like, how did you come up with the idea? Like, I mean, every time you bring that into play, you're about to lose a ton of money, potentially. Like,
yeah, well, one of the things, I mean, I loved how it played out in season 1, but one of the sad things is it's so deep in the show, not everyone knew, you know, and like, so I wanted in season 2 to bring it in earlier so people, A, would know about it more while watching the show, and B, it can just kind of become more of a strategic thing. And then truthfully, C, Gage hitting that in season 1 hurt, like that $5 million. And so I was like, I also want to have the opportunity to buy it off them, you know, so maybe we could have a show slightly on budget for once. And so just kind of, but the big one is like a lot of people, you know, who watched some of the earlier episodes in season 1 and maybe didn't finish it, like they didn't even know we gave away $10 million. And so that was a big one, is just having it be like more of a through story instead of just jamming it at the end.
Yeah, no, I thought it was such an interesting dynamic. Monica, obviously, that changed the game quite a bit for you when JC gave you his coin. What were you thinking when you got that? Was it, you were like, leverage in your own sense?
In the cubes, I want to I want to ask if you remember this, but you asked Jim and I how we both actually felt about the coin. And, you know, he was extremely enthusiastic and he wanted it super bad. And
the entire time he was asking for it.
I was trying to get the coin. That was all I did.
If Jim wants something, you know, because he'll say it 30 times.
I was trying to get JC to give me that coin. I wanted it.
And you had asked me how I felt about it, and I actually put my hands up and I took a step back and I said, I want nothing to do with it. I was not expecting JC to give me the coin. I thought it was a lot of responsibility. Obviously, you kind of have to play your cards right with the coin. And I think my only regret in the show actually comes from that cube right after JC gave me that coin. I had the option to tell the group or to keep it to myself, and I wish I kept it to myself, but I did not want the group to be mad at Jim and I for eliminating JC and the chance to double the money. But I wish I just kept my mouth. I wish I kept my mouth quiet.
Said you had it in the first place.
Because it's a lot hard. It's a lot easier to hide something when people aren't looking for it. If everybody just thinks the coin is gone, then nobody's going to be looking for it. Nobody's going to be thinking about it.
But on the flip side, the coin at that time, you're probably thinking, if people know I have this, they're more likely to keep me in because you can double the prize pool. So, I mean,
you didn't need anybody to keep you in.
Yeah, there's smooth brain plays both ways. I mean, there's also the world where, you keep it a secret, and then if you're on the chopping block, you pull it out, and you're like,
exactly.
Yeah, and then maybe it hits a little harder then.
Yeah, and I think the coin really was like a safety blanket. You know, I obviously made the decision to come out and tell everybody, we have it, it's not gone. And I did feel a little safer with it, but I never felt like it was this immunity idol, obviously. But I never wanted it originally, but I'm happy that I ended up getting it, and I'm happy with the decision I made.
Yeah, well, that's what's interesting is you wanted it, you kept asking, and there's a separate timeline where Jim ends up with the coin, and God knows what would have happened then.
You probably would have.
This show would have been $10 million. You probably have $10 million right now, bro.
Would the bribe have gone to $1 million next?
Yeah, maybe right when we got the Saudi or something, but there was $1 million ready to.
So, I mean, I will say.
When we got the Saudi, bro. Are you kidding me?
In another world where I was chosen captain for the Graveyards instead of Nick, and you know, people can believe me or not, I would have taken my fair share. I would not have taken the bribe for $500K, but if I was bribed for $1 million in the phone game, I would have taken it in front of everybody.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's such a big no-brainer.
Monica, I want to play that moment where you decide to sell the coin, because I think it's one of the boldest moves in Beast Games history, maybe even competition TV show history.
I would like to give you this coin.
You just won $500,000! How does that feel?
The bold thing is what comes after.
Very surreal, honestly. What feels right in this moment is to take $500,000 and to leave whatever is left to the other 3 people.
Whoa, wait, that's a new thing. Did I catch that right? You're thinking of not taking any of this 188 grand.
No, it's Monica's villain arc season.
Wow. I forgot.
Oh my God.
And so I made the decision to take $0
Monica.
and leave $188,534 for the 3 people who stood behind me.
Yeah.
It's Monica's villain arc season.
I love that.
Whoa. Jim, your face when you found out she took $0.
I don't know how we bought that. Like, I don't know how we genuinely
Nick,
believed that.
How'd you feel when you heard that?
I don't know. I was like,
$0.
I don't know. It didn't sound right. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't get into acting if I were you, because them tears, they were not coming out.
Whoa, I actually thought it was pretty convincing.
You did?
I thought it was pretty convincing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jim was convinced.
You seem pretty convinced.
I did for like, I was like, oh shoot, maybe she did, but like shortly, like right after the court like kind of dispersed, me and Brett were talking, and I'm like, I think something's up.
Monica, why did you lie about it? Like, that was a split-second decision. Like, we were there. I think you made your decision in about 20 minutes to take the bribe and then lie about it.
Because as soon as people in this game know you have a significant amount of money, you're next on the chopping block to go home. I don't care what anybody says, that's what it is. And I mean, I think in the phone game, August said, you know, if you had just been honest with us about, you know, selling the coin, you would still be here. That's a crock of crap.
I think it's pretty accurate that if you sold it and said, guys, I had to sell it to make sure the people after me made money, I think that a lot of people wouldn't have had an issue with that. Because realistically, we knew that you would keep getting bribed, and if $1 million was in front of your face, I don't think anybody would end up blaming you. But if you took $500K for the betterment of everybody else to make more money, I think that you could have saved face right there on the court. And I don't think anybody would have been pointing any fingers at you because me and Brett were already in the hot seat. So.
Yeah, I definitely think if I did that, you guys wouldn't have had an issue with me coming clean, but I still wouldn't have made it through in that phone game.
I think if you had like 60, 70K to bribe people with, because at that point in the game too, I think once Tyler got through and Hannah made the move she did, I think it divided between people who were going to spend money and people who were going to make money. So I think if you let's just say you had 60K, and you're like, hey guys, I'm just going to give these 4 people 15k, I think you could have gotten through.
Hey, I spent 33 in that phone game, and I think he went up to almost 6 figures to push me
Who do you think he's going to vote for?
Why do you think, the people that you took $0 and allowed to get more money, like Katie, why didn't you push her through? Or Jim? That was one thing I was curious about.
Well, I was, at that time, I was still thinking about how I could get through. But realizing that probably wasn't going to happen. Brett actually came in my cube and told me that he was going to make a push for the next round. And then August had made a higher offer to me. And then they came back later. August came in and dumped money on my floor.
What's confusing though to me is because she took 0 in the money split. And so me, you, Hannah, we're all getting $20,000 more because of that move.
Let's play the clip of that.
I'm gonna give you $23,000.
August offered me 25.
Okay. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I did give you, Hannah and Jim, more money, and I did take $0, and I'm about to leave the game with $0 as well.
What do you owe him? You don't owe him anything.
Well, he's giving me more money. He's zeroing out.
She's gonna zero out too, and I'll give you 7 on top of that.
I've already taken the bribe at this point.
I guess.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad.
Yeah, I would feel really bad too because Monica literally took $0 for you to be in this game.
That does not feel good.
So, when August or somebody wants to come and throw $25,000, well, Monica's already given you $20,000 before the game even started. And now we're throwing 30
Well,
on
I
top
gave
of
everybody $750,000, so what about that?
I don't have $750,000. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, amongst people, I let people make money.
No,
too.
we were all gonna get $20,000 less because of you. We got $20,000 more because of you. So like,
he does have a point.
I don't understand why
we got 500K. I mean,
yeah, but it doesn't change the gesture. I don't know why we would vote for somebody that. I mean, no offense, like it's just game. You know what I mean? But like, why would you vote for somebody that took money from you rather than somebody who gave you money?
And that's why I felt horrible about it. Obviously, I cried.
Yeah.
But then there's also, I got to take money home to my family too. And there's the other side of it, like Brett took extra money. And so it was a move for me to get some of that money back.
And if that's the case, then why don't we try to get more money out of Brett? I mean, he walked into the top 6 to compete for $5 million with 190 in your pocket, right? 190?
3?
Yeah, 193.
Brett, you're awfully quiet right now, man. I want to talk about the moment where, I think it was, Jimmy, 3 hours that Brett took?
I mean, it was a long time. It was 20 hours it took Brett to make a decision.
That's what it felt like.
It was actually we're still waiting on the decision.
He hasn't even decided yet.
But Brett, I want to play the moment where you made a decision because it seemed like you looked at the money and things began to change.
Whatever you say is final, how much money do you want?
I'm going to say $250,000, Jim. I didn't hold true to my word. That was by far the hardest decision I've ever made in my life. This is life-changing money, and I feel bad. I feel somber. I don't even want to touch it. It feels dirty to me.
Crazy.
It's a big pile.
Yeah, that's cool to see.
Brett, you said before it was a real test of character. Seeing that clip back, I'm just curious what was going through your mind.
Oh my God, I was up there for 2 hours. Everything was going through my mind, When I was walking up there, I was like 100% taking $100,000. Even after Nick told me 250, I'm like, yeah, I'll probably take $100,000. And then I got up there, I'm like, oh, like this is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. And honestly, like, even like 3 seconds before I said the number, I didn't know what I was gonna say. I was still deciding at that point. Wow. And so I made the decision, and I wanted to leave some so Corey could take it as well. I knew he wouldn't take it all, but I wanted to give him the opportunity to take, similar to what I had.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my thought. I could be here for 2 hours if you want to go through everything. But that was kind of the general gist of
well, and that's what's interesting about the game is because they don't know what's coming next, and so for all he knows, he gets out, and then he, we could be watching this back, and he could be like, man, why didn't I take more money instead of just $100,000? And so that's what makes it interesting.
Jimmy, do you ever think about like the design of the games from year to year? Because the money pool happened last year.
Yeah.
It happened this year, obviously with the coffin element. Like, do you ever think about like contestants predicting your next move too much?
Yeah, well, it was a lot easier in the first season because no one knew what anything was. And even in the second season, people were, obviously they had no idea if we were going to bring games back or not. We're currently working on season 3, and since we're already doing casting and some people know they're going to be in it, I can't say too much, but I definitely don't want people to be able to predict what the next games are.
I'm curious of how aware you guys were of all the cameras that were on you during the show, especially after the 30, 40 days, because you guys said some stuff that I could not believe. They caught on camera.
Do we have any clips or no?
Oh yes, we
Please
do.
do not.
No.
Actually, no. Chill.
All right. We have a never before seen clip from the show.
Oh.
That was
I
in our
can't wait.
BTS. I want to play this clip of Monica.
No.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Do you know what this conversation is, Jim?
Yes, and I can clarify it.
You want to eliminate all the girls one by one. Am I hearing you correctly?
No, that I will. I will do whatever it takes to get them all out of here. I'm doing all my work from the shadows.
From the shadows.
Just to be clear,
And you guys didn't back me in grades.
I didn't want to, but I would.
Wait, Monica, let me just back up.
Where did you get those shots?
That was a city.
That was fire.
Behind the scenes is on the case.
Wow.
Monica, when you're saying that, are you aware that the cameras are on you?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so that's like, what's that look, Sue? You gotta
What?
look.
I'm just still shocked that she said that, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, let me ask this. Katie, Hannah, Sue, like you guys obviously were with Monica for quite some time. Like hearing that, how does that make you feel?
I'm sort of sad because I feel like this was such a strong male-dominated season, and and they're all great guys, but I felt like I like to stick.
I was like, I did it. I made it. I'm good. I'm good now.
She said guys, not kids.
All of the guys are great. Sue.
From here back.
I'm still technically a kid, so.
Yeah.
So like for me, I've always been someone who fights for the underdog, and I want to help women move forward and feel empowered and feel strength. And Monica's such a powerful presence that to me it's a shame that she didn't really want to help the women and was just going to stick with the men. Just who she is, but it's fine, but it's surprising.
So I just want to say that when I got off the plane initially in Vegas, I saw you, John, and we did a little interview, and I believe I told you that my goal was to send everybody home one by one. Whether it was a man, whether it was a woman, I wanted to send everybody home one by one. In that clip, I didn't want to get rid of girls, but I would if that's what it meant at the end of the day.
Well, what's interesting is the guys seem to team up really well as opposed to the women, and I think that ended up helping you guys a lot because the women were forming an alliance, but they weren't, and they kind of were, and they were constantly backstabbing each other, and for the most part, until like maybe the last episode, the guys were like pretty rock solid, and I actually think that helped them quite a bit.
Yeah,
it's so interesting. What do you guys think of that?
Hannah.
Yeah, I think what you don't see is that there's a lot more interconnected relationships than you actually see on the show. So I think it's not as clear cut as you see. For example, like for me, I feel like actually seeing that clip, I'm not at all emotionally offended. I'm more just strategically surprised because I think you would have had
I think there was this mega Avengers alliance going on, and I think it would have been prudent for the rest of us.
That's literally what they called themselves.
Yes, prudent for us all to team up against them. And since that was not really the strategic situation going on, me and Katie decided to join them instead as sort of like a separate little mini thing. Like me, Katie, Nick, and August had a very, very loose sort of side deal thing going on. And so...
If we knew about that.
You said you did know or didn't?
We did not know about that.
Oh yeah, no, we did.
We did not know about that.
And obviously that doesn't help us at Final 10, because we're like more at the outer shell of that, but that helps save us for the heart smashing. Like I felt completely safe, completely throwing the last smart challenge so that Nick could win, because I felt completely safe with both of them.
I just can't get over the fact, like, I know Monica, you said like that was a moment that you didn't know you were on camera. I just, help me understand why you would turn to the camera and say, it's your villain arc season, or this moment, if we could play it from episode 6.
She just wants to be a villain.
Where you admitted to lying, like to the camera, like nobody prompted you.
Are you when she's up in the air?
Oh, dude, that was sick. Cool.
Jim, as I had a very genuine and honest conversation without cameras and everything, and then when the cameras got in front of him, it felt like to me like it went out the window.
You're saying Jim, when the camera's on, is different?
Yeah.
If she can save Jim, I will save Tyler.
You know I've stood by everything I've said here. I'm going to keep doing it. I got you.
Why take that moment to admit you're lying?
Fascinating.
It's iconic.
Honestly, I was joshing with Carl up there. He was like making me laugh and like, he's like, how much longer you got? I'm just like, maybe like a half an hour.
It's iconic.
And I tell Briley, because I went into this knowing that I was not going to stick with Briley and Katie specifically. And, I had told her, hey, I'm gonna keep you safe. And I think I turned one way or the other, and I'm just telling Carl, like, I'm lying, and like, yeah. That's how it came out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a line to Carl.
It was.
It was iconic, I will say.
It was
you
iconic,
delivered a lot of
right?
lines.
Come on.
A lot of moments. A lot of you guys here did. That's why you're here. Jim, I'm curious about that line from Briley where she said she had a more genuine conversation with you off camera than on camera. How many of you guys felt that Jim was more genuine off camera than on camera?
I mean, when you're in the middle of like a challenge and MrBeast is screaming $5 million, like, yeah, I'm freaking out. I'm excited. I'm the 8th person in a money split, and there's 188K. Like, that's exciting. That's really good. Like, I'm not gonna shy away from enjoying the moment of being a part of this experience. Like, I don't even think I ever said thank you.
Oh, no worries.
For everything. I guess like it could be taken like I'm playing up my reactions. I'm really not. I'm just living in the moment. I was genuinely living my dreams. I was genuinely having the best time.
I have to say, I thought you were hysterical from start to finish.
I was having the best time ever. Like, it was the most amazing thing.
What the nice thing with Jim, too, is sometimes, like, he'll just say what everyone's thinking, but no one wanted to say it, so it was always nice.
I mean, like, dude, I've been watching Beast videos so long, man. I've been watching these videos forever, dude. So, like, to finally be in, like, the biggest project, to be in Beast games, and to make it as far as I did, bro.
How did your relationship start?
There we go.
So yeah, we can clear this up right here.
The internet thinks it's fake. You guys only knew each other for 2 hours.
I know. Well, it was 2 weeks.
2 hours.
The
internet said it was 2 hours.
We were in that Vegas hotel for a lot longer than we expected, and we got to know each other in that meantime. We met after dinner, after the coin flip dinner.
Wow.
We met after that dinner. Do you want to explain the story? You're more elegant than me.
We'll just give you a really clear timeline. We did not know each other before the show. We met on, I think, day 2 in Vegas. We were coming back from the dinner where all 200 contestants were invited. I told him his flannel was on inside out. He turns around, he gives me a really cheesy smile, and it was at that moment where it was just over for me.
Yeah.
We start talking.
And I said, I guess it is.
Yeah. We start talking.
That was the line that wowed you?
I nailed that line. I nailed that. I'm telling you, I nailed that. I remember knowing that.
I'm writing that one down.
I was cooking with that one.
Yeah, so we start talking over the next couple days, and then it was only after episode 2 where we had gone our separate ways in the challenge. We had come back, and I believe that was 2 weeks into filming, where we had then made it official. So it wasn't 2 days, it wasn't 2 hours, it was 2 weeks. And in Beast City, 2 weeks feels like 2 months.
Yeah, for real.
It really does.
You have no phones. You're just you and me hanging out in the city, no distractions, no jobs or work or anything like that.
Yeah.
So when you have that much time to spend with someone, things can move pretty quick. And I honestly don't feel like 2 weeks is a ridiculous time to make it official with someone. That's not ridiculous.
It is a ridiculous time to make it official and get married.
Okay, to get married.
So let's play a clip of,
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
of when not only you got married, but your parents came to Beast City and you guys introduced yourselves as husband and wife.
At common law, at common law, at common law.
Tim's like, yeah, we got married. And the parents were like, I was like, yeah, I mean, they did.
Married.
Yeah, we're married.
For real?
Yeah, we did a marriage thing.
If she loves James, I love her.
Wow. Like, this is the storyline so many people have been following. I'm like, what are their parents gonna think?
I love it.
Yeah.
That face.
I love it. Great. So I think that marriage was when everybody was at Fiji, so maybe 3 or 4 weeks, something like that.
Okay. And Jack, you ordained that wedding?
I sure did. I ordained myself as a minister when I turned 18 because, as every teenager, when they turn 18, they look up, what can you do when you turn 18? The first 3 things were skydive, buy a lottery ticket, and get ordained as a minister. And once I got those 2 done, the only logical step is to get ordained as a minister.
Oh, so you were ready before Beast came?
Oh, I was ready. That was like my 4th wedding at this point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so, if you divorce her, do you get half her 500 grand?
Ooh. I don't know how it works. I know it's technically a common law marriage.
So
it's technically a common law.
If she won the $5 million and you divorced her, would you have gotten half? Was this like the long game, Jim?
We'll have to wait and find out.
No. But I mean, yo, what is this?
Why are you all choked up? What's happening?
You're waiting a long time to answer, Jim.
That was not the game plan.
That was not the game plan.
That was very convincing.
That's obviously not the game. No, it's so ridiculous.
Well, because they sign agreements that say they can't split the money, but maybe that's the loophole is you get married and then divorce and then
there was no. It was,
and then maybe that's their insurance plan.
Honestly, we were just having fun. Like we were just having fun. It wasn't like. I didn't think, like, people on the internet were looking at it like, what is this? Like, is this some kind of, like, we're just having fun. Like, people were bored in this city. We were looking for something to do.
Just having fun, getting down on one knee.
Yeah, it was like...
Bringing in an ordained minister, just having fun.
Up to that point, that
A
was
real
my...
honorable ordained minister.
I have my ordained minister's, I have it framed in my backpack right. Chad, do you want me to go get my ordained minister's license?
We believe you.
Yeah, we believe you.
The wedding was a public display of affection, and I think we just wanted to be the first ones to do it, to get married in this city. It was a good time.
But it wasn't even our first...
You just wanted to be the first in Beast City, not to express your love.
Like, it was fun. It was cute and it was fun. We don't have, like, a legal marriage certificate, but, like...
You should double check that.
For us.
Listen, I signed a couple things.
Do you ever expect a couple to get married when?
No. I mean, I wasn't even there.
Yeah.
Until I saw the footage, I was like, oh, they're just joking.
I mean, we have a Lego ring and a piece of string. Like, we're obviously, like, eventually, hopefully, like, we'll do it for real.
Do you feel like he's walking it back?
Yeah, I feel like he's ripping up the marriage.
He's really walking it back here.
What do you think? You think I'm walking it back?
I will say we did not sign a prenup. We did not sign a marriage license.
Okay.
But
so we have an ordained minister and written vows and a ceremony of marriage.
Look, he's the lawyer.
That's common law marriage. That's common law. If we hold ourselves out as, I think we're technically married in 6 states.
I mean, we do share an apartment now, so.
Oh, you guys live together.
Yeah.
So, all right, give us a life update. Are your parents?
Are you guys still together?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it fake?
No.
But the guy on Reddit said it is.
That's what they always say. You know that, Jimmy.
So the Beast Game subreddit is pretty active and has a lot of thoughts about you guys.
It's 10 times more active than season 1. It's pretty crazy.
It's wild. Shout out to the subreddit. Here's one of the most upvoted posts in the past 24 hours since the finale. If we could pull up this.
I know what this one is.
The Target photo?
Oh, I posted that.
What? Thousands.
Was that you, Jack?
Yep. Most satisfying shot of the entire show is on track to be the most upvoted post from the subreddit.
That's crazy.
And that's the moment August got eliminated.
I'm gonna go downvote it.
I go on the subreddit. I go on the subreddit every day to go and just see what people are saying. And August got a lot more flack than I thought he was going to get in the past week. It's been crazy.
Let's play that moment to give context about what happened, because that was probably one of the biggest betrayals of the show, and at the last minute.
Tyler, you gotta keep kicking. Kick for Hannah. We're all kicking for Hannah. Go for Hannah, please.
Is this the one, Tyler? Is this the kill shot?
I don't know why that had to happen that way. I mean, we went through the whole game together. Okay. That was the last thing I was expecting. I'm sorry.
It's on your cue.
Love you, man. Drop him.
John, boy, all right.
That was intense.
Where are you
No,
going
you
with
love
one?
this. Come on. I do love this, Jimmy. Tyler, you're the big winner here, but you've been awfully quiet. We've heard you as a nice guy, and all, but that was a pretty bold move there to go against your buddy August. Like, what was going through your mind there?
I also want to state, I was flabbergasted.
It was
when that
so
happened.
quiet.
I was like, oh my gosh. I would have bet $1 million that he was going to kick at Hannah. And then I was so caught off guard. Like, tell us all about it. I'm so
I mean, there's a lot of things going through my head at that time. Obviously, seeing Hannah cry wasn't easy because we're all going for her. So I wanted to be a good role model for my boys. So I wanted to switch it up. And additionally, what was going through my mind is at this point in the game, I couldn't trust him because he was quick to throw Nick under the bus after the money split with what he said and then the crap he was talking on him. So my thought process was, if he's quick to do this to Nick, his #1 guy, then what is he willing to do to me moving forward? And that was a risk I wasn't willing to take.
I guess I feel like the whole Nick thing, like he's talking about after money pull.
Hold on, let's give context. After the money pull, you mean the moment you peer pressured Nick?
Yeah, no, you're talking about when he was like, should you tell him or should I?
Yeah, let's play the clip of that. We actually have that from episode 8, Money Pull.
I know there's a lot you want to talk about. Remember, you don't have to say how much money you did or didn't take. That's up to you to disclose. Have fun.
Yo, who took all the money?
Reasonable question. You want to say it or do you want me to say it?
I'll say it. I'll own up to it. I did, in fact, take $250K.
You want to say it or should I say it? So just to clarify, Tyler, was that the moment that your perception of August started to change as being loyal?
Yeah, I mean, there was other moments, like he would say one thing and then say another thing to other people. And all of us up here were familiar with all that stuff. And then just leading up to that moment, and then at the library, someone was talking trash about Nick, and he didn't stand up for him. So all this stuff is running through my head. And then, seeing Hannah cry, like, I'm trying to be a good role model for my kids. And then with, knowing the stuff that he did to Nick, not being able to trust him, it was just a strategic move at that point.
That was a very long night, and like I shouldn't have opened my mouth with like certain things I said or like peer pressuring Nick. Like that wasn't which obviously that's how it was like received from everybody else. My intention wasn't to like throw Nick under the bus or like crap on Nick. It was just like me outwardly processing things, which isn't like probably a good strategic move. I was just like talking through it. And again, I felt like he had again, there's a line I say in the library, it's in the show where I'm like, I feel like Nick and Brett just cooked themselves for $150K extra. I don't get why they would do that. And so,
if you could go back in time, would you have said they cooked themselves for $150K extra, but I still support them? Would you play the game more? How would?
Yeah, maybe I should have played the game more, and maybe I should have shut up about it. But like we made up from that, and again, like the whole entire phone game, like the whole reason why I tried to use the coin was to help Nick, and like.
But when you did that, you said you used it to push you through first, and then Nick second. So how are you going to help him get through?
Yeah, that's
if you're already through.
I knew that he needed assist because I knew he wasn't going to spend his money, and so I was like, okay, if he can get Jim and Monica's guaranteed vote, that would help because there are other people that want to vote him through. And so like, Nick and I like we had those things in the conversation you're referring to. Jim, you actually came up to me in the hotel and you said, dude, we got to get rid of Nick and Brett, man. And I said, yeah, Jim, I'm down, because I thought it'd be like a strategic play. So the first thing I did went to Nick and told him that. And again, that's probably not strategic on my end, but I wanted him to know that happened. I was like, just so you know, like Jim said this, and I said this, so that way he doesn't know that we're all still like good.
Yeah, but I told you guys. I said if I got a ball, like, you know where it's going.
Yeah, no, so I just thought that was like, I guess I shouldn't have told him, but I was just trying to like, just so
Which
he
is
knew
where
what happened.
to Brett.
Yeah, but it was taken as if someone came up to you and said, I'm going after Monica. Are you going to side in with them and be like, yeah, let's get Monica? So that's why I was taken for like.
But why would I tell you that if I was gonna? I was never gonna go against you, and you know I was never going to. And I said things I shouldn't have. That's that.
I said,
but
yeah, I'm gonna get Monica.
I think where it was hard for me is I was unaware that you felt that way, and so it's like, here's my best friend left in the game, and then just like that happening out of nowhere, and like just like you're just knowingly like sending me home with like nothing just in that moment, and I just was so like I had just no clue that was like it was just like it was tough like.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't an easy decision for me, man, but, you know, I did give clues to, like, my concerns with how you were back and forth with things, because, you know, you would always joke when, like, whenever I would say to you, like, am I good? Because I'd always ask you, am I good?
He would ask me stuff like that, like,
Yeah,
before
like
the Smart
game.
Challenge,
Yeah.
the memory game, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go next, like, after Nick. He's like, dude, you got me, right, bro? And I'm like, dude, what are you talking? We met in vet, we've been friends since the beginning. I'm like, bro, what are you talking
but it's just
about?
like some of the back and forth stuff, man, like, you would say one thing and then do the other, and like a lot of people have saw that and realized that like it was just tough to know that, and then the stuff you did to him to move forward. Like when he turned $1 million down for me, dude, like in our team, I was like, dude, you're my ride or die.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I felt the same way. It was just that one day.
I'm gonna do what I
where
can
I'm
to move you forward.
Yeah.
And when he took the 250, I did not care at all. I even told him when
I
he
was happy for him.
When he came around the graves talking to us, I was like, do whatever you want, man. You deserve it.
I was so happy for him. But at the
like,
same
after
time,
the
it was
fact,
like
though, you just threw him under the bus, man. I didn't understand.
It wasn't my intention.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I said, just the outward processing. Like strategically, I should have just shut up and gone to bed because there's a lot going through my head. But I was just being myself and processing, which again, I mean, we've talked about it. Like I'm sorry for throwing you under the bus. That wasn't my intention. But I mean, obviously, it freaking didn't work out for me. So
yeah.
And what's interesting is alliances tend to do really well in getting people far. But at the end of the day, there's only one winner, and so at a certain point, the alliances do have to come to an end. And so that's also what's no. You don't
no, I don't think so. I mean, if you look at Brett and Corey, they played all the way to the end. I don't think alliances need to. I think it's just like statistically improbable that they'll have to like fall apart. Because let's just say Jack doesn't go out there, and the three of us move on to the top four.
What do we do in a scenario with us four and there's like?
Yeah.
That's just not going to happen. That there's going to be us four. It could, but like realistically, the craziest thing that could possibly happen is three of the four of us being top three.
Okay, but what if we get in a scenario? What if we get a scenario us four and we're in the final four challenge? What do we do?
That's just not like that's a scenario that would never happen.
It could have happened. Yeah.
Listen, I'm all for
that's
alliances,
what was
right?
I guess there's literally nobody else left.
But we talked about the entire season. We wanted to get to the end, and then it was kind of just every man for themselves.
We always said that.
Yeah, I was saying.
But in this situation, obviously, it wasn't like that. I mean, there were two of us out of five.
One of the critics said, in each episode, you think you know what is happening, but the twists keep coming. Episode 9 of Beast Games may go down as one of the best episodes in reality TV history.
Wow. I like that critic. That's a good critic.
Yeah, good.
That's a good critic.
Well, and as the ones who lived a lot of these twists and turns, I want to ask you guys about that moment. Nick, you know what I'm going to ask about.
Yeah.
At the end of episode 9, the phone is ringing, and you're speaking to Jimmy, and you're about to make a decision to send somebody to the next round via Final Six. Let's play the clip of that.
Brett gave you $30,000, and in return, you promised to vote for him.
I'll take 30 grand.
But you also promised your vote to Monica after she sent you $33,000.
Please don't screw me over this time.
I got you.
And you've taken money from Monica. Monica, how much money did you give Nick to try to bribe his vote to get into the next round?
$33,000.
$33,000. Wow. Brett, how much money did you give Nick to try to bribe his vote to get into the next round?
$30,000.
$30,000.
Wow.
And what decision did you make?
again, another heavy decision, like the whole season was. I went with Brett, clearly. It was, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I had a lot of money on the table, and both people gifted me money and all that stuff. My relationship with Brett was clearly a lot closer, and knowing that Monica had $500K in her back pocket, it only seemed right, just because there was dishonest stuff, and I'm getting ridiculed by people that already have money but telling me I'm the one that's greedy. So like that played a big part into everything. But yeah, Brett, it's no secret that Brett and Corey, like we all had an alliance for sure, but Brett and Corey were very much a part of that. And I love this dude. And it was a heavy decision, but I wanted to do what was right in my mind, and that was be for the boys like I was this entire season. I was for my friends, and no one could ever take that away from me. Every decision I made in the games was for the benefit of me and my friends, and it all came down to that moment. So, yeah.
Love you, brother.
Love you, bro.
Wow.
I will say that Nick and I did not have that lengthy history that he had with a lot of the guys, but after the Strong and Smart Challenge, and you know, I mean, I had helped Nick win that pattern game, and I felt like we were closer.
That is true. You did. You were the reason he got to.
I felt like we were closer than I think we actually were.
Wow.
I agree that we had, after the Strong and Smart Challenge, me and Monica had a bond. Because the two of us had to live something in the games that nobody else. It's not easy to look three people in the eye, and I mean, let's face facts. We're not getting a Lamborghini here like a Kira and stuff like that. Like, we have to look them in the eye and say, "You're going home because we said so."
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy to do that. So I know that we leaned on each other a lot for that, and we did have a bond for that. This is the thing about Beast games. You got to build these connections all the way through the games. And this is no hate to Jim and Monica doing their thing, but I feel like because they were so about their relationship, they didn't really branch out to form the strongest bonds with all of us the way that I had with Brett, Corey, Tyler, Jack, August, and so many other people too. Like I was like what Hannah was saying earlier. Like Hannah and Katie, we got pretty close through the island. This is Beast games. You got to form these connections. You got to be able to whatever. So I could look back and say, yeah, Monica really did help me out with that last chunk of the Smart Challenge. But it's just the bond that I got with this guy right here was a bit stronger, and that's why I did what I did.
Yeah. If you look at that game, like, I didn't even try to make a push because I knew that. I knew I had spent the whole time with Monica. My relationship was with Monica. I just rode with her the whole time, you know? And so I didn't really take time to get to know Brett on like a super deep level, or like me, Katie, and like even Katie and Hannah, some of my other like closest allies. Y'all, okay? like we weren't, like, we didn't get like super close, you know what I mean? To where like we were like best friends kind of thing. So I don't think we had these deep kind of bonds and connections that you need to make it through the phone game.
Yeah.
I think social capital is what we were lacking, not money.
I find this very interesting. So if you could talk to people who are going to compete in season 3, it sounds like some advice you'd give them is build really deep connections early on.
Friends with everyone.
I would say build real connections, because all the phony stuff's going to get sought out. If you're a friend to everyone, you're not a friend to me. I feel like a lot of people will see if you're trying to be that guy where you're friends with everybody and telling everybody what they want to hear. That's all going to get caught. You got to form real friendships. You got to surround yourself with like-minded individuals with the same common goals.
So you're saying it's better to be really, really close with theoretically 5 people as opposed to kind of close with 20.
Yeah, it's no coincidence that Floor 2, the Avengers, made it as far as they did because we had that bond. We all were playing to win. We wanted to make it to the end. And that's no coincidence. You need that in Beast games.
On the flip side, I know I asked all of you guys earlier, like, who did not deserve the money that they took home? And you guys had very pointed answers. Brett, Nick, we've unpacked that. But on the flip side, all of you said one person who should have taken home more money, and that was Corey. And Corey can't be here, but I found this Reddit post that is also one of the most upvoted in the subreddit. And I just thought it was really moving. I thought I'd read a part of it. This Reddit post said, "Some people don't win the prize, but they win something far bigger. Respect, character, and the kind of legacy their kids will be proud of. Corey, I genuinely feel bad seeing you walk away with just $17,000. I truly believe this is not your peak. There's far more greatness ahead of you."
Wow. I wish you could be here. Yeah.
Corey, I know you're at work and you tried everything to be here, and I just wanted to share that on the behalf of all the people that are rooting for him.
I wish if he was here, I'd ask him, does he regret not taking the $1 million?
Yeah, especially with 3 kids.
I mean, is there anything we didn't hit that you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. I just, again, want to thank Hannah so much for turning down $1 million for me. And I feel so bad that you left with nothing, but.
I regret none of it. I cared about winning and not the money at all. Like, if I could come in and just sign a contract and say, I'll make it to the end and won't win anything, I would. Because that's what.
That's right. Hannah plays Survivor on her free time and
Yep. Love of the game.
The 16 block pattern that got you out, do you know it by memory now?
No, but I replayed it many, many times.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you wish you attempted it, pressed the button, and you went to attempt it?
Yes, no, absolutely, of course.
Yeah. And if she attempted it, would the 3 of you, would you have helped her in any way?
Yeah, I told her I would have helped.
I think I was gone regardless.
Oh, really?
I think, right?
It was between the two of you.
You weren't taking Corey out or Tyler.
I was definitely not. It was impossible though, because I felt really thankful to all 3 of you for helping me get that far. So I guess because you were shooting me in the previous
knowing
one.
Corey, the guy he is, he 100% would have helped.
Yeah, like I think I didn't know what the dynamics were, so I didn't truly know if you were saying like I'll help you. Are you going to help me, or are you just going to tell me nonsense and I'm going to get myself eliminated?
I would have helped you.
I mean, he helped you in the previous game.
No, they definitely would have. It was the first one. Like it was whoever hit it was like, gotta get it.
Don't tell me that. Just tell me you would have screwed me over.
How does that make you feel knowing that they would have helped?
That makes me feel worse. So.
Yeah. Oh.
But thank you.
Sorry. I wanted to bring this home with the moment that you won $5 million. Do you have the money in your bank account now?
I do. Yeah, I checked earlier.
Really?
You want to pull it up? Can I see it?
My phone is over there. Yeah.
Well, I think we have a video of it when. I think we have the video. Oh my God!
So.
Oh my God!
As
you wired him the money this morning?
Yes, we obviously we don't pay winners until the episodes air. We waited until Tyler showed up here today to send him the $5 million. I made sure Sanan over here had his reaction. So if you want to hit play, this is when the $5 million hit his bank account.
Is it there?
It's there. Golly. That's so crazy.
Let's see it. Yeah.
That's so crazy. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's so wild. Wow.
So congrats, you have the $5 million. How many days ago was it that you were standing on the money after you won? Was that like 4 months ago? 5?
Yeah, it's like I think it was like 8 months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
8 months ago you won. You were standing on the giant pile of $5 million. I told you that was yours. But, to incentivize people not to leak things, we wait till after the show airs to pay them. And so that 8-month period, you won $5 million, but you didn't have it. What was that like? Do you sometimes go, oh, am I going to get it?
That's a great question.
Yeah, like I was just thinking the whole time, like, is this real? Like, is it legit? Like, when's it going to happen? And then, it was hard to adjust for the next month and a half after filming.
Yeah.
But then once I adjusted back to my normal schedule, I kind of forgot about it. But once things started ramping up again, that's when I was like, man, when's it gonna happen? Like, I can't wait. I can't wait to, surprise my wife, show her and my kids. And it was surreal. Like it was a hard 8 months to wait.
Did you ever have a moment where you're like, am I not gonna get $5 million? Is this fake?
There was a couple moments when I was just like, thinking like, is it gonna happen? Like, I don't know if is this real? But, just looking back at season 1, like, Jeff obviously got paid out. Like, I don't have any distrust in you. I knew you would do it. You're a man of your word and stuff. So.
Ooh, thank goodness.
Yeah, no, you're awesome,
just
man.
Ghost.
You're awesome.
Just go ghost.
Yeah, imagine what would you have done? Different reality. Imagine I just block you. Everyone on my team just blocks you. Or just like, yeah, that never happened.
What's funny is like the day that the finale aired, I was constantly checking my bank account just to make sure I gave you guys the correct info.
Oh, wow.
Because I was worried I fat fingered a number because I didn't see it in there that day. So I was like freaking out. I was like, man, did I fat finger a number? Like, what if it went to a different account? Like, will I ever get it? So
you see Corey.
We actually sent it to Tyler Conklin, director. Oh, shucks, wrong Tyler.
There's too many Tylers, right?
Jimmy, any thoughts looking ahead, season 3, or even just this playground you've created from your bedroom, you know, counting to 100,000, burying yourself alive to now burying 10 contestants alive, like the way you just pushed so many things to create this world in a second season, it's just incredible. Where's your mind going in the future, and are there any things you learned, reflections? Like, I remember after season 1, you told me there's so many things you could do better during the finale.
Well, it's interesting because like we just talked about, we filmed this 8 months ago. I've seen every episode so many dozens of times in the edit. By the time they drop, like sometimes I'll quote things they say before they say it because I already know, because I've watched it so much and I've sat there in the editing room and been like, you should make that longer or shorter and stuff like that. So, but in general, I've said this a bazillion times even with you. I think season 1, people loved. It was just a little too luck-based and people didn't know the contestants as much. I think we definitely fixed that in season 2, and I think that's partially why you see the subreddit way more active and way more talking about the people as opposed to the games, which is very nice. And I think in season 3, now that we got rid of the luck, I do think in some of the games it maybe made them slightly more boring and it might not have been as good as they could be. So I want to keep the character development and now just figure out how we, like that first game in season 1 where we're dropping the trapdoors, that was crazy. And I would like a couple more big spectacle sets like that we bring back and figure out how we can, you know, incorporate the storytelling stuff that we really figured out with the characters in or contestants, I shouldn't say characters, in season 2, but with, you know, some of the bigger sets we had in season 1 and just kind of mix, really, I think we have all the puzzle pieces there. Now it's just taking the things that worked really well in season 1 and then taking the things that we tried and worked really exceptionally well in season 2 and merging them together for season 3 is kind of how I see it.
I don't know if you have any closing thoughts, if you guys have any thoughts to share, but I appreciate you guys for being so open. This felt like a therapy session as much as a reunion. And I know we went to a lot of places, but you guys gave us a lot in this season. So I appreciate you guys. And any final thought? Jim, you feel like you're itching to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you again. I feel like I went on this challenge and we did this whole thing and you gave me all this money and I never even got to say thank you. And that bothered me. That bothered me for like a day.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I know you're all grateful. And I'm grateful for you guys coming out. And people really love the show. And so thank you guys. You guys all crushed it.
Congrats, guys. Well done. Congrats.
It's great.
If you like this video, you're gonna love the next episode of our original docuseries, 45 Days with MrBeast, which are the extended cuts of my behind the scenes with Jimmy, from his YouTube shoots to Beast games and everything in between. So I wanna show you a first look at the trailer for our next episode after so many of you guys commented about loving the last one that we posted. So subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss it. All right, here we go.
There are tons of moments when I was younger where I would cry. Everyone tells me it's not realistic. At the end of the day, I just loved it. But I loved making videos. I loved entertaining people. All 4 or 5 that I watched it back then. We're 99,000 subscribers off of 400 million. Okay, we're gonna see if the highest jumper in the world can jump higher than a tiger. World record. Can he do it? Oh! You're levitating.
We're on set of one of Jimmy's most expensive videos. He's giving away this private jet that's worth over $2 million.
If he goes another 100 days, I'll give him $500,000.
No.
Are you doing another 100 days, or do you want to go hang out with your family? My schedule is literally planned down to the minute.
Jimmy is already sprinting to his next video. We're in a thumbnail shoot. They're spending hours getting everything set up. How much money do you think all of the gear here is worth?
It's definitely north of $5 million.
How many cameras have you used on a shoot?
We were at about 350 individual cameras.
Welcome to Survivor. Welcome to Fiji.
Jeff's been doing Survivor as long as I've been alive.
They've taken this genre and just steroided. This is how I think Jimmy sees me.
No, I see a little more bent over. Yeah.
Do you ever think you'd die when you were doing your YouTube videos?
There's 20,000 pounds of dirt on me, and if the coffin broke, I was dead.